growing a plant. When you are growing a plant, if you want to grow the plant, you have to pour water continuously. Even if you pour water, if you don't protect it from the surroundings, naturally some animals will come and eat it away. So you have to form a fencing. You have to form a fencing around this plant. We are seeding. We are this seed of philosophy is now germinating, and it is being improved by doing this sadhana. But that should be protected by the environmental fencing. That means you should be away from the bad society, bad habits, bad thoughts, bad food, and all these will put together. If you get away from all these things, that will come under vairagyam. This is the support. This is the support for the pranayama. So this way, abhyasena ta kaunteya vairagyena cha grishyate. So he is admitted that it is difficult, but at the same time you have to do these things. Asanyat atmano yogo dushprapa itime matihi vasyara yasyatmanat yatatamam shaktyo vapyam upayataha. See, without any strong will, without any commitment, nobody can achieve. So, asanyat atmano yogo dushprapa itime matihi. Without doing the steps I have told, without observing or adapting these methods, a sadhaka, a seeker will never achieve. Asanyatatmano yogo dushprama itime matihi. According to my opinion, it is very difficult, no doubt. Vasyatmanat yatatam shakyo vapyam upayataha. Then only your mind will be controlled. So you please follow. You please follow. Then again, Arjuna is expressing his practical difficulty. This is also very important. Even if you do all these things, if I adopt this abhyasam and vairagyam, but there are some difficulties. That is, what is the difficulty? Ayati sraddhayopeto yoga chalita manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddha kangatim krishna gacchati kaschinno bhaya vibrashtas chinna bhramivanasyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. In these two stanzas, Arjuna is ultimately asking the practical difficulty of a yogi. Ayati sraddhayopeto. Even if a yogi does this pranayama with utmost faith and confidence in this yogam, ayati sraddha yoga chalitamanasaha, but according to the previous karma or prarabdham or his vasana, there is every chance of getting deviated from this yogam. That means when the previous vasanas are much stronger, naturally the effort will be weakened. In Yoga Vasishtam, Vasishta Maharshi says to Rama, there are two things. Two things are ajjatanam praktanam. Ajjatanam praktanam. The praktanam is the previous samskaram. Ajjatanam means the present human effort in this birth. The present human birth in this is called ajjatanam, and the praktanam means that is the knowledge or effort done in the previous births. But if the previous births are with bad karma or with the vasana with in a negative fashion, that means totally worldly impressions, then that will take dominance. These will fight like goats. They will these two things will fight like which is stronger, that will win. So here also, when the human effort is not that much, but naturally there is every chance of getting deviated from this pranayama. And not only that, whether if we abruptly stop this pranayama, what will happen? Will he be destroyed like a cloud? When the cloud is coming onto the our head by the air gales, but the same gale will take this cloud and make it into pieces, so it will be fade away. So like that, whatever the effort done by hitherto I did this pranayama, if any chance of deviating from this pranayama, will this be destroyed? What all the effort done by me previously, will it be destroyed totally? And not only that, when I stop this, naturally there will be, I don't get the 100% result of it, because I have stopped abruptly. So in that way I will be at loss with this fruit of this yogam. And there is another thing is, because you have instructed me to do this pranayama continuously, there is I have stopped all these other external rituals or any karmakanda of Vedas. In the second chapter, you said that Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjana, Nirdvando Nityasatvastu, Niryogatshamo Atmavan. In the second chapter, you have instructed me, be away from the Veda karmas, from the rituals. So I have stopped doing this. But abruptly, I stopped doing this pranayama, and also I have foregone the efforts of the fruits of the ritual karmas also. So there is every chance of double loss. That means I will forego the fruits of the external karmas, and also I have to forego the fruit of this pranayama. Is there any chance of this? In that way, yogi will be destroyed or not, like the cloud. When the cloud comes and fades away, like that, whatever the effort till now he has done, will it fade away, and he will be deprived of both external karma and this pranayama. So what is the fate of this? What is the prospects of it? In that way, Lord Arjuna is asking, Etanme samsyam Krishna chetumarhasya sheshataha tvadanyaha samsyasya Chetana Shupapajjate. This is my practical doubt. Etanme samsyam Krishna chetumarha shasheshataha. You clear my doubts without any remaining, without any sesham, without any beyond doubt. You have to clarify 100%. And this etanme samsyam Krishna chetumarha shasheshataha tvadanyaha. Apart from you, Samsesya Chetanas Chupapajjate. Nobody can control clarify my doubts. Why? Because I am asking about the yogam only. But a non-yogi can never clarify my doubts. Suppose if I initiate a new person, and in the initial days he will be going on asking questions about this yogam only. I have to clarify. Otherwise, he cannot understand it totally. But at the same time, he cannot ask any other person who doesn't know this yogam. So a non-yogi can never give answer, because this question is pertaining to yogam only. That's why tvadanyaha samsesya chetana hyupapajjate. Without you, apart from you, nobody is competent to clarify my doubts. And that way he is asking Lord Arjuna, asking Lord Sri Krishna. Then now Sri Krishna says, Partha naiveha namutra vinasas tasya vijjate nahi kalyat kachit durkatim tatagachiti. This is the very, you can underline any number of times under this slokam. This is Partha naiveha namutra. That means, oh Partha, in this world, with this body, or after this body, after this birth, there is no destruction for a yogi, because he is doing a good thing. What is that good thing? That is increasing his mental energy. This is very important. Rest of the karmas, they don't increase the mental energy. that energy is responsible to yield the spiritual knowledge. Our Gurudev used to say, Doctor, what is meant by knowledge? You know, energy is light, light is knowledge. You underline these three steps. Energy is light, light is knowledge. So if you get energy, you will get light, divine light. That light will give you this practical spiritual knowledge. So this yoga process will yield you energy, but the rest of the karmas, they don't yield energy. That's why Nahi Kalyana Krut is telling that the yogam itself is called Kalyana Krut. Kalyanam means Mangalam Sobham, that which will give positive result to reach the salvation, that is called Kalyana Krut. Nahi Kalyana Krut Kaschid Durgatim Tatagachati. O son, O my dear son, the yogi who is doing this good thing will never be distracted or punished. Why? Because the other methods, without catching hold of this life force, they are performing the other ritual karmas. Whereas you are directly catching this life force. This catching of life force itself is called Kalyana Krut. This is very important word told in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Sri Krishna. This is the only term used for pranayama or yogam. Why? Because the rest of the things, they are not dealing with the life force simply with external rituals. They are momentarily getting benefits out of this external karmas. But the root cause for oscillation of this mind is oscillation of the life force. The chalevate chalo bindu nischale nischalo bhavet yogi hi sthanuttamapnoti tato vayunirundhayet. In the Yoga Chodamanyopanishad it says, and Yoga Sikhopanishad also it says, when the movement of the life force, the movement of the life force itself is movement of the mind. Till now, in the entire chapter of this sixth chapter, Atma Sanyama Yogam, that is control of the mind, he is practically explaining how to control the mind means you have to control the life force. Ya prana pavanaspandaha chittaspanda sayevihi. When the life force moves downwards and outwards, naturally the mind will be flickering. So to control the mind, you have to control the life force. If you, when there is a flame in the air currents, in the midst of the air currents, naturally it will be flickering and the light coming from it will be very lessened. If you want to have this more light from that flame, you have to make it still by putting some protecting agent, like just like the mirror. Like that you have to protect your life force, protect your mind by taking it upwards, this life force, by doing pranayama. This is the good thing. So when a person is doing this good thing, can there be any chance of destruction? In that way, he is signing on a blank check. He is signing on a blank check. Because this yoga, this yogam, not yoga, this whatever the little amount of yogam you do, that will yield you, that means it will never be distracted. It will be avyayam. Avyayam, in the same manner, he has already described in 2 chapters. That is in the second chapter, Neha bhikramanasosthi pratyavayo navidyate swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Whatever the regarding this buddhi yogam, if you do a little amount of this pranayama, that will protect you like anything. It will protect you from the great fear of samsaram. How now he is going to explain about this yoga brashto vijayate. That is, nahi kalyan krut kaschid durgatim tatakachati prapya punya krutan lokan ushitva sasiti samaha. Suchinam Srimatangehe Yoga Brashto Bhijayate. This is the ultimate check given by the by Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna. Even if a yogi gets perturbed and discontinues this yogam, but out of enjoying this sensory pleasure only, he got deviated. So naturally, he will after this leaving this body, he will go to higher levels of worlds. That is prapya punya krutan lokan ushitva. There are some good Veda karmas which will also lead to higher lokas, higher worlds, just like the heaven and other things, they will also yield. But not only getting these heavens, he will go beyond that. Prapya punya krutan lokan ushitva. That means whatever the result will be get from the other ritual karmas, he will also get the benefit of all these karmas. And not only that, Shasati Samaha, he will stay long there for so many years, so many, even for so many yogas also. Even if you go to Brahmalokam or Satyalokam also, he will enjoy there. And after that, Suchinam Srimatangehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate. Suchinam Srimatangehe. There are two adjectives are added here. Suchinam, that means those who are pure and pious and they are orthodoxical. Srimatangehe, that means those who are rich persons and prosperous. This Yoga Brashta will be born in this house of this orthodoxical and rich family. Why? He was disturbed due to enjoy the sensory pleasure. Abruptly he stopped doing yoga in the previous birth. That sensory pleasure will be continued even in the upper worlds after his death, and even after enjoying the upper worlds also, he will be born again as Yoga Brashto Vijayate. Yoga Brashto Vijayate means he will be born as Yoga Brashta. This is also very important. See, there are two stages where the human form, getting human form will be there. There are only two chances of getting human form. One chance is this soul will be going on rotating in the 84 lakhs of this soul races, 84 lakshla jeevarasulu. This soul, if he doesn't get the salvation, it will go down and it will enter into the cycle of 84 lakhs of the soul races. So when this human form is lost, there is no guarantee that this soul again will get human form immediately. This goes on continuing, and by chance after completing this 84 lakhs cycle, again by chance he will get this human form, in this human form. And in the same manner, if he doesn't do this sadhana, he will be go down. So you understand, most of the people, we think that we are enjoying the karma phala of the previous birth. Karma phala of previous birth at what stage? In the previous cycle. In the previous cycle, what he did, this karma he is now facing. That is the karma siddhantam. Not simply done during the previous birth itself. That is done in the previous cycle. Like that, there is no, we cannot now count the number of births and deaths, that we cannot count the number of cycles also. In that way, the jiva is carrying forward and to get this human form. That is the most of the people getting this chance. The second chance is Yoga Brashto Vijayate. When you do this yoga, if you do for few hours in this birth, you will be again be born as Yoga Brashto. There is every guarantee that you will get the human form. At least to get this human form in the next birth also, you do yogam here. That's why in 3rd chapter, Sri Krishna Paramatma says, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha, Paradharmo Bhayapaha, Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha, Paradharma Tvanishtitat. In the 3rd chapter, he has also given guarantee. Shreyan Swadharma. Swadharma means Swadharma. That means to understand his own self, to realize by himself. That is the effort to realize by himself is called Swadharma. Yoga Abhyasarato Nischam Swadharma Parataschaha. In Bharatam says the yogi alone doing this Swadharma. Paradharmo Bhayapaha. Rest of the thing, they will give you fear of this samsaram. Why? Because there is no energy. The difference between the other karmas and this karma, this yoga karma, only the thing is difference between in this energy, that mental energy. You know, getting any birth is according to the level of mental energy only. If there is less mental energy, you will get lower birth. If you get more energy, you will get higher birth. That is the science behind it. So, Yonimanye Prabhajante Sariritwaya Dehinaha Sthanimanye Anusanyanti Yadha Karma Yadha in Kathopanishad it says, according to your knowledge and the karma done in the previous births, you will get the human form, or birds, or immobile plants, or mountains, like that. The state of birth getting is in according with the level of energy. So, a yogi alone, if he does a little effort, he will get that little energy. That little energy will never be perishable. That will make you to sustain and get the human form. So, this is the guarantee effort, that is the yogam. Lord Sri Krishna confirms that Suchanam Sringatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate Adhava. Otherwise, Yoginame Kule Bhavati Dhimatam Etadhi Durlabhataram Loke Janma Edi Drusham. There is another chance of getting this human form, that also pertaining to this yogi only, but that is a bit difficult state, that is a higher state. A person who did maximum yoga in this birth, but if he could not sustain this body because of his previous karma, or some ill health, or some other whatever the obstacle came into him, he is supposed to leave this body, and he will be born in a family where the parents are yogis and they are already attained jnanam. They have attained this jnanam, this knowledge, and when they are perfect in their yogam, this yogi will be born as Yoga Brashta. This is very, very difficult. So, mostly the yogis who are done with little effort, they will be born as Yoga Brashta, and they will be born in the higher worlds, and after enjoying those higher worlds, he will be born in the pure and prosperous, pious families like Yoga Brashto Vijayate. So, yogi, when he is born as Yoga Brashta, he will be born in a rich family. Suppose he is born in a poor family. Here is not the question of poor family, but the parents, they will be always create a serene atmosphere so that he can continue this yoga. After being born as human in this family, they want to obstruct him. They will be in favor of his yogam. Tatatam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurdehikam yatate cha tato bhuya samsiddhu kurunandana. Tatratam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurdehikam. In the previous birth, in the previous body, whatever the yogam he has done, after leaving that body, after being born as Yoga Brashta, he will be continuing and he will be attracted Tatatam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurudehikam. That means he will be searching for a guru. When he is born in this with this body, he will be searching for a guru. He will be restless. He will be restless, and he won't resort for any other external karmas. Simply, he will be waiting for a guru. He will be searching for a guru. When this guru, either he comes to him or he will go to him. Here also there is a misunderstanding or some misapprehension. Mostly some people say that the guru will come to you. Say whether the guru comes to you or whether you go to guru, but the effort to be done by you only, not the guru is going to. So that must be everybody should understand. So there may be chance that the guru may come to you, but after getting initiated by guru, it is not the duty of the guru to do your effort. You alone have to do this effort. So here also some people may think that I have already to mature to that extent. My guru alone has come to me, so I have reached that. So like that, I need not do much effort. Don't never think like that. Whether the guru comes to you or you go to him, you alone have to do effort. So in that way, but he will be attracted. If he hears about this yogam by means of any what you call medium, or by friend, or some news, or by any least medium, he will be attracted and he will be stuck to his guru, get initiated, and he will be continued in this yogam. Tatatam buddhisayogam labhate paurudehikam yatate cha tato bhuya samsiddho kurunandana. Oh Kurunandana, he will be ready and prepared to continue this yogam after getting this human form as yoga brashta. There is purvabhyasayana tenaiva hetyo hyavasopi saha jijnasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Here also he is telling purvabhyasayana tenaiva hrite hyavasopi saha. Due to the effort done in the previous birth, he will be more attracted, and not only being attracted, without any effort also, when he is mature already, simply by thinking itself, he will cross over all the fruits of the Veda karmas. That is the utmost. You know, Arjuna has asked whether he will be at double loss of losing the fruit karmas of the external karmas, or with this effort of this yogam, will there be any chance of double loss? No, never. Now Lord Sri Krishna is telling, Jijnasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. No sooner he thinks that I should do this yogam, where should I do? And he is aspiring for this yogam by searching a guru. Immediately he will cross over the fruits of the Veda karmas. That means he has reached that state, so he will be never with the deficiency of this worldly pleasure also. So he will be full-fledged with this sensory pleasure also, and moreover he will get the yogam by a learned guru. Jijnasarapi yoga shabda brahmati. No sooner by thinking the yogam itself, he will cross over the fruits of the Veda karmas. That means you need not be worried about the stopping of this, whether till now you may be continuing this yajnam or some other karma. Don't worry about this. You will be getting the fruits of all these karmas by simply thinking about this, doing this yogam. Tat prayatnad yatamanastu yogi samsiddha kilpishaha. Aneka janma samsiddhis tato yati parangatim. He is telling in continuation, prayatnad yatamanastu yogi samsiddha kilpishaha. By doing this yogam continuously and killing these and destroying the sins that were accumulated in the previous births, aneka janma samsiddhis tato yati parangatim. Afterwards he will get the parangatim, paramagati, that means the final stage of salvation. Prayatnad yatamanastu yogi samsiddha kilvishaha. So the for destruction of sins also you have to do yogam. To get the Veda, fruits of the Veda karmas also you have to do yogam. To get the salvation you have to do yogam. So this yogam is like this Sarvapadam Hamstipade Nemagram. All the way I am explaining. Our Gurudev used to say Sarvapadam Hastipade Nemagram. The footprint of the elephant, this is maximum, and whereas the other footprints of all the animals, they will be limited within this footprint of the elephant. The yogam is like a footprint of elephant. Rest of the karmas are the footprints of the other animals. So tatatam prayatnad yatamanas yogi samsiddha kilpishaha aneka janma samsiddhas tato yanti parangatim. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi jnanabhyopi matodhikaha कर्मिभ्यश्चादुको योगी तस्मात् योगी भवार्जुना. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi. Here tapasva means routinely some people in this Vedantam tapas means Chandrayana tapas. All the way I have been explaining this. Chandrayana tapas means taking food according to the ups and downs of the movements of the moon. You will take the food. That is also a tapas called. These are all ordinary tapases. But this yogi is much superior to this tapas. Tapasvibhyodika yogi. Jnanibhyopi matodhikaha. This yogi is superior to this theoretical jnani. Why? Because one day or other, this theoretical jnani also take birth and get this yogam. In this way, Lord Sri Krishna is explaining in 7th chapter. Bahunam janmanamante jnanvanam prapajyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. This theoretical jnani, after getting so many births, in the last birth, he will get this yogam. With this yogam, he will get the practical spiritual knowledge. In that way, in Yoga Shikhopanishad also it says, the karma, the yoga karma is much superior than other karmas. Like this, janmantaraischa bahubhi yogo jnanena labhyate jnanam janmanaikena yogadeva prajayate. Janmantaraischa bahubhi, that means after getting so many births and deaths, the theoretical jnani ultimately he will